been off for a couple of weeks gallivanting around Japan, and which, that's always a fun thing to do. And finally made some use out of all that extra storage I bought internally for my iPhone 14 Pro Max. So I started to shoot a whole bunch of ProRes footage, which I'll overlay. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like the fact that you can shoot at that quality. It's 4K 30 ProRes, and the quality was really high, and it was a lot of fun to use. Just some interesting things that I think we've kind of touched on, as well as obviously the 15 Pros have solved this problem by introducing the USB-C port with USB 3 speeds on it. But obviously, that's right. But the issue that I obviously encountered was that getting the footage off the phone proved to be a little problematic. The only thing I'll say is that it wasn't as bad as what I thought, but it was still a very long-winded process where, plugging it in via the Lightning port, it took about it took it almost 2 hours. It took it a little over 2 hours to transfer 45 minutes of footage, which is worked out to be around 250 gigabytes of data, which obviously in a pro workflow that's really slow. Whatever. I managed to get it into my MacBook so I could play around with it at least. So, and I think in some very specific use cases, just shooting ProRes just picks up that extra level of detail that gets missed. Now, it's not to say that iPhone footage isn't great anyway, but it does tend to over sharpen a bit. It does. You can, if you're moving the camera around a bit too fast, you can pick up the compression when it's coming through, but that's being real nitpicky anyway. But the ProRes stuff just comes out so nice.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about your workflow, just quickly?
Yeah, so I did it all on the phone actually. So I just opened up the Apple's camera app. You've got the ability to switch on the ProRes on there, and I just shot away, and it was everything I shot was handheld. And then in this particular case, just for speed more than anything else, I dumped all the clips into iMovie and just punched them straight out. I've now transferred, and basically I saved all the copies on my phone, and then I've since transferred them to my Mac. I've taken all the original ProRes footage off of the phone literally by plugging it in via cable into my my M1 Pro MacBook Pro here. So I've got all 45 minutes of the original ProRes footage lined up in Final Cut now. So I'll probably have a bit more of a play around and just maybe edit a longer video, which I'll then put online, hopefully in as high quality as I can, because obviously ProRes still won't translate onto YouTube. But the thing is that the workflow is so simple now. Like you think about like how you can really production up making videos. And the reality is that it's about as self-contained in one device as you can get now.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? And you think when we went, back a few years, every step was a little bit more difficult. You're using AirDrop, or it's too large for, and you're mixing devices, and to move across those platforms is a little bit difficult. But like you say now, if you have the latest phone, USB-C, and straight into a MacBook, and suddenly it becomes, shooting great footage on your iPhone in ProRes, and then cutting it into something that's special using Final Cut, it becomes very easy.
Absolutely. So yeah, that still won't prompt me to upgrade to an iPhone 15, by the way, but I'm still hanging out for a couple of years for that. But knowing that I can, I don't have like the demands that a pro workflow would require, which is basically around time. Like if you've got a demand deadline kind of situation where you need to get it off the phone immediately to get the footage up in the next 30 minutes, then yeah, that's a problem. But I don't, so I can just sit there and just casually get it off there slowly, and then eventually down maybe by the iPhone 17 or 18, when I feel like upgrading again, I'll get that feature then.
Gee, imagine what the iPhone 1010 is going to be like.
Absolutely. Roman numerals too.